The Terraria 1.3.6 spoilers keep rolling in, and today we've got some news that will make people that enjoy playing the Summoner class in Terraria very excited. How's it going, crew? This is Happy Days, and today we've got a brand new spoiler about a new weapon being added to Terraria 1.3.6. Earlier today, Senex released a tweet with the message, "That feeling when you add a new summoner weapon to the art to-do list, hashtag 1.3.6. Wait a minute guys, did Senex just say a new summoner weapon? Oh my goodness, this is amazing! Now this spoiler is a little bit tricky because she didn't actually give us any clues about the weapon, such as its name, and because they've probably only made the code for the weapon, we don't have a picture of it yet, but what we can do is figure out what it might be. Here is a list on screen of all the current summoner weapons in vanilla Terraria, broken down into pre-hard mode and hard mode weapons, and also if they're a mobile summon or a sentry summon. Now to help figure out what the new summoner weapon is, we need to put on our detective hats and ask ourselves a few questions. The first one is, if I was a game developer, what part of the game looks like it needs more summon weapons? Looking back to the list of summoner weapons, we can see that hard mode has, on average, about triple the amount of summoner weapons than in pre-hard mode, which is before you defeat the Wall of Flesh. Also, if you've ever played a summoner in pre-hard mode, especially when playing expert mode, you'd realize that only having 3 mobile summoner weapons and 4 sentry summons up until the Wall of Flesh is quite limiting. You can kill the Wall of Flesh on expert mode with these weapons, but it is a very close battle. So now that we've narrowed down that pre-hard mode could use an extra summoner weapon, or maybe more than one, now we need to ask ourselves the question, what part of pre-hard mode do summoners struggle to get weapons in? The 4 sentry summon weapons can't be acquired until you find the Tavern Keep NPC and defeat tier 1 of the Old One's army, which only appears after you defeat the Eater of Worlds or the Brain of Cthulhu. Both the Hornet and the Imp staffs require you to defeat bosses and survive in the dangerous underworld biome, which leaves us with the single slime staff to last us all the way up until at least the Eater of Worlds. So with only having the slime staff as the only available summoner weapon until about halfway through pre-hard mode, we return to our earlier question, what part of the game looks like it needs more summon weapons, and I'd say it's the early game. This means that my guess is that the new summoner weapon is either a craftable wooden weapon or something that you could find in surface chests like the Wand of Sparking for mages. It could possibly be something like a sprite staff that summons a little fairy to attack your enemies. Or the new summoner weapon could be something to bridge the gap between the slime staff and the sentry summons from the first tier of the Old One's army. While we're talking about new pre-hard mode summoner weapons, I'd like to suggest adding even more summoner weapons like something craftable from Demonite or Crimson bars, such as a Baby Eater of Worlds summon or a tiny Brain of Cthulhu. This would give the player much more options when battling the Queen Bee for the Hornet staff. What are your thoughts on the new summoner weapon? What would you like it to be? Let me know your ideas in the comments below and vote using the card on screen for what part of the game you think it will be available in. There's a ton of 1.3.6 spoilers out lately guys, so I've got a playlist on screen now if you want to check them all out, especially if you missed one of them. If you're hyped for the 1.3.6 update, smash that like button with a cookie and subscribe if you want to stay up to date with all the latest Terraria news. It's totally free. If you're still looking for something to watch today, why not come check out my new 1.3 Stardew Valley series on my second channel. And here's the most important part as always, you'll stay happy and I'll see you soon. This is Happy Days signing out. See ya!